Yes, very good morning to all of you. So today we will discuss something about the second part of unit number 4, that is stream editor, that is SED, stream editor. So stream editor is basically introduced by Ken Brian Kerningham. He is the person who wrote this particular stream editor. Importance of this stream editor is it does not even open the file. Normally, if you want to perform any kind of operation, so you must open the file and you have to perform some kind of operation. So that is the general view of any particular user on a file. Whatever the file or whatever the operation you could perform on the file will be always done. For example, just open this PPT here right now. So if I want to change anything in the PPT, I must open it and I have to perform some kind of operations such as insertions, deletions, or updations or searching, whatever it may be, whatever the operation it might be. So it could be done. Without opening, you could not perform any kind of operation over here. Whereas the stream editor, SED, so very familiar and very useful for us. So this stream editor is supposed to be perform basic operations, something like this: searching and find and replace, insertion and deletion. So what is the basic amazing operation of SED is, so you could see you could you could edit your files without opening it. That is the specification, that is the specialty of this SED. You did not open the file and you could perform some kind of search operation, some kind of find and replace operation, some kind of insertion, some kind of deletions. Most probably find and replaces will be most probable operations, and deletion could be another probable operation. So you will not open your file and you can perform your operation. So that is the specialty of SED. Okay. And this one could be always used to perform using regular expressions also. That is why it was introduced into this grep as a grep unit. It has also introduced into this particular thing here. Okay. And then what is the basic syntax of this SED is SED, and there are several options which are available with us. And whatever the script or whatever the pattern instead of script, as far as original point of view, it is considered as a script here. But instead of a script, it could also be considered as a pattern. So some patterns must be given here. Based on the pattern, it is going to be identify, and whatever the input file you are expected to perform, that input file will be given by you. So these are the specifications of a syntax in terms of SED. Okay, so it is most probable, very important, and most probable operation will be replacing or substituting string. Let me say finding and replacing. This is the most probable operation as far as SED is being considered. Okay, if you take into consideration of this particular SED stream editor, most probable operation will be find and replace. Okay, so this is the most common operation which could be operated by SED here. Now, how it could be gets operated? So I have given one particular example here. That example will be seen like this. So there is a file, the file name is input file name is the data, and within this particular data, we do have Unix is one particular board, and Linux is another particular board which is available with us. So I'd like to change or replace instead of Unix with the Linux here. Okay. So S in the sense it is for searching, search for Unix. If you find this particular Unix in our file at line by line, instead of Unix, it could be replaced with Linux. That is the point which we like to consider here. If you operate this particular command, this command could be gets operated then on a particular file which is called as data, on this particular data, you do have Unix could be available for many times in one particular line. For example, Unix will be there as a first, and again Unix will be there, and like this. So something Unix, let me write U in the sense that is Unix, please understand. So some Unix will be there here and so on and so forth. Each and every line could be seen in such a fashion. Then so this particular command, this particular syntactical command could be always change first occurrence of Unix to Linux in our file. Second occurrence could not. Second occurrence could not be done. So using this particular command here. So that is what the next sentence I have given here. So here S will be specifies that substitution operation. Okay, you need to not only substitution, it must be identify or search for this particular pattern. If this pattern will be identified, then it could be substituted with this particular pattern, second pattern. And whereas slash will be delimited. Delimited in the sense it must be delimit between these two. So Unix is one pattern and Linux is another pattern. Wanted to identify Unix and Linux, so separately, so you have to give so forward slash. Okay. So let us have a look about this particular point here regarding to this particular Unix. For a while, it is being opening. So yeah, so opening. So I have prepared one particular file for you because the typing of data will be taken use time, consumes use time. So UB CLASS, then followed by. So here I have created one more SED, the file, the username. So ls, we do have two different types of names here. That is data, data one. So what is our command here? We have taken here in the sense that command is so SED within single quotes. It is single quote only, normal quote only. It is not so upstroke quote. It is a single quote only. So s/unix/linux on the particular file. The file is data. So before going to take this one, let us examine what is the content of this data here. The content of data is, look at this, Unix is available here, Unix is available here, Unix is available here. So also here, let me, I have written something here regarding to Unix here. So something like this, you could consider in first line, Unix is available for twice, two times Unix is available. And this Unix will be get changed to Linux as per the command which you have given. And this could be remains as it is. This could be remains as it is because it could be always done for the first occurrence. So here only once it is being occurred. So it could also be changed. It could also be changed. And here two different lines, two twice it is been available. So first occurrence will be get changed and second occurrence will be as it is. And so on and so forth. In this way, so we would like to consider here. Let me operate this one, SED single quote. Okay, I hope that you understand. For expression, we have used this particular quote. So this quote is not required here, single quote only. So single quote, yes for search. Search for what? I am trying to search for Unix. And after searching Unix, what you are trying to so change. The change word will be, for time being, I'd like to consider because we need to understand whether it has been changed properly or not. So delimit by this one, delimiter, and then followed by close this one. And what is the file name you wanted to change? Data. Okay, look at this. You consider here, Unix is available here, that has been changed. And second occurrence, here second occurrence is there, here second occurrence, it has not been changed here. So once again, and once again, but one more, yes, here it could not be changed here, it is as it is. In this way, for the first occurrence of each and every line, so look at this here, two times it has been. 2 times it has been. For the first occurrence which has been available in each and every line, it could be changed. Second occurrence could not be changed here. Then what shall I do? What shall I change for second occurrence? So you need to remember, so the actual data which is not be changed. The actual data, let me consider cat data, it could be remains as it is. There is no change in this particular thing. So look at this. SED is always trying to change and display it, that's all. You could not even change that particular pattern here. If you want to make this operation permanent, you have to use the redirections. Okay, I'll show you that. Then how many times so-called pattern could be existed? Those many number of times I wanted to change what you are supposed to specify here. So progressive will go ahead and see each and every point here. So by default, SED command is always trying to replace with only first occurrence. Okay, second occurrence or third occurrence and so on and so forth occurrences cannot be changed within a single line. Then what shall we have to do? What shall we have to do? So look at this. I have increased one more parameter here for this particular set, that is second occurrence. 2 in the sense second occurrence. Let us examine this one. So SED, already have given this one. SED, so followed by 2. Okay. Look at the specification here. First occurrence will be as it is, but second occurrence will be changed. You could see one more time. Yes, this is here second occurrence, and here first occurrence is this one. Second occurrence has been changed. Okay, so based on that, you have been given here. So you have been given. So what kind of occurrence you wanted to change within one specific line? If single occurrence will be there, okay, make it as it is, and second occurrence will be there. Yes, you could change second occurrence, something like that. This is the command. Okay. And next command will be, this is global, G in the sense global. How many number of times it is being existed, those many number of times you have to change. Okay, global in the sense, it will be set for all occurrences of this pattern will be changed to this pattern. Okay, let us examine this one also. So look at this, I'd like to specify instead of 2, I'd like to specify G. Okay, G in the sense global occurrence. Look at this. For the first time, for the second time, within the line, single time only, here also single time for the first time and second time. So here also single for the first time and second time, for the first time, and so on and so forth. Everything will be changed here. So look at this, you'd like to consider as far as this particular point. So here you may be given a 2. Otherwise, you are also free to give in, instead of this particular number, you are also free to give in. So 1 could also be given, or 2 could also give in, or 3 could also give in, based on the number of occurrences here. So if you feel that this could be somewhat difficult, how many times it could be existed, everything could be changed, then you will give some G here. G in the sense global. So global kind of change here. Global in the sense how many times it could be occurred within single line, everything will be changed. Okay, so in this way you could perform. So I'd like to make everything is permanent, for example. Okay, I'd like to make everything is permanent. Let me change the command here. So let me change to LINUX, Linux, and could be displayed something like this. Instead of Unix, it has been changed to Linux here. Okay, if you have any question, let me put it into all caps, then you could understand very easily, because everything will be displayed in all caps. Yes, everything is changed. But if you go ahead and look about this particular command, so cat data, there is no change within the specification. Then how could you make this permanent in the sense? You have to give redirection to another file in the sense. So data, sorry, lowercase letters, data 1 or data 2, for example. Yes, whatever the changes which have been happened, that could be transferred to data 2. Let me, so cat data 2 will be taken into consideration. Look at this, Linux, and so on and so forth. So it is actually cat data, which does have this particular data, which is available with us. And now, whatever the set operation you have done here, instead of Unix, I have changed it to capital Linux. So, and it could be done globally. How many number of times it could be available within each and every line will be changed. And whatever the changes, whatever the modifications are replaced, which have been happened so far, will be transferred to another name. Now the data will be permanent. Okay, now the searching and the updating or substitution will be permanent here. This is the data. In this way, you could make permanent here. Original file will be remains no change, and whatever the file you have considered here, which have been changed, yes, it could be so permanent here right now. So in this way, you could take into consideration. Now let me go ahead and do. So here, how to operate so-called what you call regular expressions here. So it is not actually being considered, but sometimes some people maybe give such a important kind of things here. Parenthesis of first word of each character. First word of each character. You could see. So I have been taken echo Newton instead of engineering. I'd like to take something like this. Okay, here, what is the information could be displayed here in the sense? So n will be placed into parentheses, EWTON. So, okay, Newton. I will be placed again into so parentheses and institute. O will be placed into parentheses and off, Y off. And E will be placed into parentheses again, and everything will be gets displayed. That is the point here I'd like to consider. For this one, it is called as a search, which is called as a search. Look at this. Normally, we have just before we have discussed. This will be delimiter, right? This is a delimiter. Then why you have to use this one here? Already in C, we have learned something about this backslash. Backslash is always trying to specify the escape sequence. Okay, so here also same escape sequence is being identified. So backslash open brace, you have to put into open brace here, and the backslash B for every occurrence of, that is the meaning of every occurrence. That is the meaning here, which is for every occurrence of beginning the word. B in the sense beginning the word. Okay. If any blank space will be existed, then that could be considered as beginning the word. Let me consider, let me write, hello, hello, how are you? So let me write something like this, how are, so I would like to write you will be written like this. So here one blank space will be there. So here one more blank space will be there. So it would be considered that this whole thing will be, so 3 words. Whole thing will be connected with 3 words. Word number 1, hello, and how is the second word. And third word is are you. So everything will be single word here. So to identify the blank space, every occurrence of a blank space, afterwards it could be taken into consideration of A to Z, and then a delimiter. So, okay, this is a delimiter actually. This delimiter will be again starts with the closed brace, and again, so again delimiter for only one letter. What is the length of your closing here? Only one letter. So let us examine this one here. Let us examine. So whether this could be gets evaluates or executed properly or not. Let me type each and everything in a proper way. Okay, echo. I'll open this one for a while. Echo. So sorry. Newton Institute of Engineering. This is the word, and I will send this one to so pipe, that is buffer. So from buffer Z has been taken. So it is yes. So followed by forward slash and backslash s, open backslash s. So B, I mean blank space, and here we have to consider A to Z, A to Z. Again, so backward slash, closed brace, forward slash, backward, open brace, backward one character, backward and closed brace. So followed by G, followed by G. Look at this. So I thought that I maybe missed something. So that is why I have make this particular thing as small here. So that is why I have taken something like this here. So look at this. So this is the specification. You could observe this one here. Where exactly capital letters will be there, thereby everything will be changed into consideration. If capital letter will be gets identified, so then change into consideration. Otherwise, if you want to specify the lowercase letters also, so followed by so small a to z, you could specify this one also, either capital A to Z or small a to z. So you could consider here. Previously, small o doesn't have any parentheses. Right now, it could also comes into picture. In this way, you could able to operate so this regular expression. Okay, in this way, you could able to operate this regular expression. Okay, in this way, you have to specify that. Okay, and you would like to perform the same operation using your file also. Your file also. Let me go ahead and remove each and every point here, and let me give. So no echo, nothing at all. Here I'd like to submit data 2. Data 2. Look at this. Look at this. For every word, it has been gives like this. So I hope that you people understand. For every word, it has been given something like this. If you eliminate small az, this small a to z, it would be gives you only capital letters. Line X, only capital letters. Remaining everything will be as it is. Okay. So therefore, it could be specify something like this. You please remember this particular command. This command is very important for our application of regular expressions in SED. Okay. So then followed by, so how the things are being happening in terms of deleting one particular line from the set, from the file. How could you delete a line from the set here? So how it could be done here? Let me gives you something here. Wait for a while. Yeah. So set could also be able to delete the file. So without open. So this is the specific point you need to remember. Set will not open any file. Just it is read the file and it could be done the operations here. Okay. So sed nd file name, where n will be line number. For example, I'd like to delete some fourth line. Okay, I'd like to delete the fourth line. So yes, you could delete it. So to examine this one, so let us open Linux. So nano data 2, for example. Let me put the line numbers here because to understand very clearly, so line numbers will be somewhat important for us here. So this is line number 3, and this is line number 4. Line number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And 9. Okay, let me save this one for a while. Yes, it could be. Let us cat data 2. Let us take this one here right now. So line numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Nine lines are available here. Let us examine what are the specifications we have discussed here. So sed followed by n, d in the sense delete. The option D will be considered as delete. S in the sense search, D in the sense delete. What kind of lines you are trying to delete here? So you'd like to delete, so nth line. Let me consider, so SED, so followed by, let me say that is 5, D, so from the file name data 2, for example. Fifth line has been deleted. Here, fifth line is file system in Linux as good as we compare something like that. Here, fifth line could not be available here. The line number 5 cannot be available here. So please observe this one. Okay, if you want to make permanent, yes, you can take a redirection and could be stored into some other file. And can be stored into some other file out there. And if you want to, of course, the original file will be same. There is no change in original file. Okay. I wanted to delete the last line. I wanted to delete the last line of the file. So delete the last line in the sense, obviously we know one regular expression kind of so operator that is $. $D. Dollar will be always specifies you the last, at last. Okay, so delete last line. Hope that you understand. We have 9 lines. Ninth line has been deleted here. I wanted to delete right away from so from sixth to last line. 6, 7, 8, 9 could be deleted here. So for that, you would like to specify there are all comments are here available. So this is the last line, deletion of last line, and so x to y. X to y in the sense x is one number, comma y is another number, d in the sense deletion. So let me consider some second to, so fourth line can be deleted. So you have to give second comma 4d, 2 comma 4d. Up to right away from second to fourth line, it could be deleted. Okay. So let us have a look here. Everything, let us have a look. So it could be taken 2 comma 4 D from the data. You could not find 2 comma 4, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So to understand very carefully, so I have given these line numbers. That is the only point here. Okay. And similarly, if you want to do some kind of from one particular line to end of the file. Okay, for example, 1 to 9 numbers, 9 lines are there with me. So I don't require from 6th line to 9th line. These are not required for me. 9th is the last and final line number, and the 6th to 9 is not required. Then you have to specify in such a pattern. Okay, look at this. So instead of number, $D. Okay, instead of number, okay, not exactly 2, it could be 6, as we said. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be available. 6, 7, 8, 9 will be deleted. Okay, original file does not affected anymore. You could see this is original file. It could not be affected anymore. Okay, then if you want to delete the pattern which is being available within this specific line, only those lines will be gets deleted. I wanted to delete that particular the line which contains this particular pattern. Then you have to specify that particular pattern here also. So look at this. Let me clear everything, and I would like to display the contents of the file. I'd like to delete the line which contains IPC. Okay. Otherwise, I'd like to delete the lines which contains utilities. Okay. UTILITIES, utilities. Okay. For example, so SED, so within small quotations, UTILITIES. So whatever the characters, I mean, whatever the set of characters, as it is, you have to type out there, D followed by data 2. Sorry, data 2. Look at this. Utilities is available with the 6th and 7th. You could not find 6 and 7 here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8, 9. Utilities is available at the 6th line and 7th line. Okay, need to understand in such a pattern here. So if any pattern will be there, the pattern will be gets deleted from a file. Yes, it could be. Okay, so these are the different kinds of commands which are available with you to operate SED operation here. So finally, what exactly we would like to consider here? So SED is a stream editor, and it could be operate either searching, finding and replace, insertion. Insertion could not be gets operated by using SED, but as far as your textbook is concerned, so insertion could be one of the operations as given, but insertions could not be done here. And you could operate the deletions also. You could operate the deletions. And a very important point to be remembered for this particular SED is SED can be edit the file without open the file. That is the specialty. You could have this particular question in multiple choice questions of your any examination. Try to remember this one here. So SED will be gets operated all these operations without opening your file. So that is very important. And this is the syntax. In this way, you have to operate here. So basically, two different types of operations could be done. That is, one is for S for searching and D for deletion. D for deletion here. Okay. Search for so one particular pattern and replace with another pattern. Okay. Something like this, and these operations could be done in such a different modes. Those different modes will be seems as like as this. Okay. Wanted to. So normally, if you give only up to this one without having this /2, obviously it could be replaces the first occurrence of the same pattern. Second occurrence, third occurrence could be there. They could not be done. Okay. So something like this. This is a global occurrence will be so replaced. And if you want to perform, if you want to operate some kind of what do you call regular expressions, yes, you can go ahead and different operations. Okay, deletion operations could also be done, and so something like this will be gets happened here. In this way, you could get operate of these SED operations, and you please try about this one. And one more thing you need to remember, you have given, wait for a while, I'll come to, yeah. So you have given one assignment to you. I hope that everybody has got a mail to you. Assignment has given to you. Please go through that particular assignment and you have to perform that particular assignment in the stipulated date. The date will be 10th. Today it is 7th. I have given so up to 10th here. Okay. So I'd like to come across this one. So look at this. I have given approximately so 3 or 4 different kinds of questions here. Write a program to find to generate a prime series. To generate prime series here. Okay. Then write a short script to generate twin primes. Twin primes in the sense one prime number to another prime number. The difference between these two will be 2, 3, 5. So 5, 7, and 11, 13, and so on. Okay, shall script to find the given number is perfect or not. Perfect in the sense 6 is a perfect number. How could you find this one here? Is divisors. All divisors of 6 will be 1, 2, 3, 6. Add all divisors except by itself. Then it will give you the same number. 28 also one more perfect number. And find the given number is Armstrong or not. So for example, 153 is Armstrong. 1 cube plus the 5 cube plus 3 cube will be equal to remains same. So okay, based on that, you have to have this particular point here. Okay. Oh, I have stopped sharing. So look at this. I've stopped sharing here. I don't know why it was happened. Okay, these are the 4 questions. Question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, and question number 4. Each question previously I have given same. Each question has 10 points based on the correctness and based on the uses of your the correct scripting. You may be given marks out there. And if you consider your grades, yes, previously conducted 2 assignments to you people. Oh, 3 assignments to you people. So these assignments will be seems like this. So some of you people, this is the newly assigned, and these are the 2 different types of assignments. Some people haven't. So look at this. Bhavana, so here you haven't given any chance to me to evaluate you because if you go ahead and look at the submission of you, I have requested for accepting. So this one, this is the file. So if I download this one, I could not open this particular file here for me. So that is why I haven't given any kind of marks to you. So look at this. Domain is not accessing. You are not given any access to me. Please give an access to me. Then I'd like to grade you. So that is the point I'd like to consider here. Okay, like this, some 5 people haven't given any choice to me to, so Pavani, so she's also not given any chance to me to open this. Subhani, so he's also not given any chance to tries to me to open. So Vinny Sushma, I think, so she's also not giving any chance to me to open the file and look into the details of the file. So that is why I'm unable to give marks to you. Look at this. If I had to open, nothing is there. Look at this. I hope that you can see this, but nothing is there within the file. Okay, so you please submit the same in the for the previous previous kind of thing. Then it is very easy to assess you immediately. Okay, so while submitting the things, you please submit as regular text. It is very easy to evaluate. Okay.